Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Saloon Sidebar, where you don't fuck with Jack Atlas in a duel, because Jack Atlas will fuck you up. yeah, that is the best way to sum up his entire duel against Sergey. Yeah, Sergey decides to do all his bullshit. Jack don't give a fuck. Jack still has Scarright. Scarright, fuck your shit. Fuck you up. But I'll try to show mercy, but Sergey goes, no, fuck you, I'm dying. And apparently he's fully a robot, and I'm like, what? We're just gonna gloss over that fact? Alright, whatever. So, kicking off with 94, the right arm that carved souls. Essentially, Jack beat Sergey. Whooped his monkey ass in the end. Fucking made Sergey laugh the heartiest of laughs. And Jean be pissed because, you know, his little pet's not, Jack broke his little pet.
Yeah.
Well, there goes all your plans of conquering the city there, shithead. You deserve it, by the way. Which essentially brings us to 95, because nothing else is important there. Where essentially Yuzu fucking wrecks Jean, gets a message out to Yuya to fucking calm the fucking people down and win with Smile. And Yuya goes off to duel Jack in the only way he knows how to. Which will be a problem later. So we set up for what is essentially the final big duel of this arc, which will be Jack versus Yusei, where I love how Jean tries to...
You just said Yusei.
Damn it, Yuya, my bad. That's that love for 5Ds kicking in, where I'm like, oh yeah, Jack's stealing Yusei in the middle of Arc 5 somehow, some way. He just popped back into existence.
There you go.
No. Anyway. Jack and Yuya are dueling, and I love how Jean tries this insecurity, but the fucking Arc 5 Sentai team of Reggie, Noboru, Saratari, Chodiro, and Shun fucking wipe them all out. I'm like, I love this fucking Sentai-ass Sentai thing that just happened. Where only 2 of them are believing in this, and Reggie's just readjusting his glasses for like the 5 millionth time. And the other 2 don't give a fuck.
Yep, pretty much.
So yeah, Jack and Yuya start their duel, throwing everything they have at each other, except Jack's like, Yuya, you stop trying to use your father's words, how about you fucking say your own words? And then proceeds to go, well, if you're not going to do that, fuck you, and fuck all these duel chasers that are trying to follow us. I'm literally going to wipe you all out in one move. With Scarright, because that's how Jack rolls. Wipes out like 20 fucking security guys and almost kills Yuya in the process. Jesus. By the way, this was also the episode that was delayed due to table tennis tournament. So fuck you, table tennis, for putting up off schedule. That leads us to 96, the Sublime Super Paladin, where you say, or damn it, there it goes again. Yuya barely manages to survive. Finally starts fighting back. Eventually was able to summon his brand new Synchro Monster, Pendulum Synchro Monster, mind you, Enlightenment Paladin. Almost killed Scarright if it wasn't for Red Crystal. But yeah. Or not Enlightenment Paladin, Nirvana High Paladin. Enlightenment Paladin was the previous one. But Jack goes, I got a new trick where, with the assistance of the fucking Crimson Dragon, in tribute to Yusei's Axel Synchro, pulls out Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend and a double tuning! Not gonna lie, mark the fuck out for that, to use some wrestling terminology. I'm just like, holy shit. This is super doesn't make sense in this universe. Because no Yusei, no Crimson Dragon, no actual threat of the Earthbound Immortals, none of this other bullshit, but I don't care, this is fucking awesome.
And I love the fact that that literally was the first time he'd done that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, flat out, everyone was just amazed by it in show kind of deal.
Yeah, I just love that, like, this is one big old reference to the fact that Jack considers Yusei a really close friend, but Yusei doesn't exist in this universe, so it doesn't make a goddamn lick of sense. It goes back to that theory I've always had that somehow the shattering of the timeline created these 4 dimensions. And yeah, that the protagonists don't exist, but there's still remnants of that. Oh, by the way, Chisukage and Sori are trying to rescue Yuzu in the fucking security building. They're working on that. They'll get there.
Eventually.
Yep. Meanwhile, the Lancers go to try to break up the riots because they're like, y'all need to cut this shit out because there's a really cool duel going on and you need to watch. Which finally leads us to 98 towards the only path where, with a fucking pendulum attack and the fucking city behind them, everyone in the city behind them, fucking Yuya finally pulls, or what was it? Straight pendulum, which I believe Noboru is the one that called it. Was it? I swear Noboru interrupted Saotari and named it before him.
Think so.
Yep. With straight pendulum, attacking 5 times in a row, Yuya just destroys Jack and Tyrant, wins the tournament, wins the hearts and minds of the city. But Jean not be fucking happy. Pretty much goes, oh, by the way, Sora comes on. It's like, oh yeah, we did rescue Yuzu, but then Jean showed back up, whooped our asses, and now he's got her again, and he's heading off to Academy. Help! Send backup!
Ow!
It was probably a bad idea to send the 2 of us along. We probably should have sent Reggie ahead as well, or more than us. So yeah, Jean's carting around Yuzu, who talks the fuck out of him for running away like the scared little puss he is. And I loved it.
Yeah.
Just like, no, you're not tactically retreating. You're being a fucking puss and not actually, trying to conquer this city. Just because you lost your one little buddy. Which leads us to the end of the episode where John will be dueling Reggie in the 1-hour special. Because Reggie's got to at least get 1 duel in per arc. Because he hasn't dueled at all. Barely done anything this entire fucking arc. As far as we know. Except stand around and try to be intimidating. So yeah. That is our 5 episodes leading into when we actually now get to start watching Arc 5 again for your enjoyment.
Yay.
So, I guess let's talk about some of the stuff. Nirvana High Paladin popped up a new theory of mine that says, ooh, we might get a fusion pendulum that is an upgrade of Stargazer. Since Nirvana High Paladin is technically an upgrade of Time Gazer. Well, it's an upgrade of Enlightenment Paladin, who was an upgrade of Time Gazer.
But, I'm wondering though, because who would be able to teach him the evolution in terms of fusion in the Exceeds dimension?
Well, he already knows fusion.
Right.
So that's covered. I think it's just going to come about through him and the rest of the Lancers hooking up with the Yusho Academy in fusion. Eventually, essentially, this is going to happen toward the end of the arc when they finally go to fusion.
Well, that's kind of how a lot of it's happened.
Yeah, that's when the Stargazer upgrade's going to come. And the fusion upgrade will come through his interactions with Yusho. That's when it's gonna happen. Because I guarantee you one thing, we are at least going to have a duel with Yuya and Yusho that will not be anywhere near the finale. That will be like pre-final boss, pre-final duel, pre-final anything. That will be a duel that will happen. It won't even be like the post-finale, like last 2 episodes kind of duel. No, it won't. That duel's gonna happen sooner than that.
Huh.
Because here's what's gonna happen. Yuya has to surpass Yusho to essentially be the hero that he needs to be to stop all this bullshit. Because Yusho failed Exceeds, and he's not able to do anything in Fusion besides pretty much just sit around and try to teach people. Because with his bum-ass bum leg. Yuya has to prove that he can move past his father and become a better duelist than his father, and he has to beat him to do that. And I guarantee you, one of the surprises of that duel is gonna be Yusho going, well, I got pendulum cards. Because apparently, in this episode from yesterday, from when we recorded this, apparently it was confirmed, apparently through people like zooming in and analyzing the episode, Yusho's monster is not an extra deck monster, it's just an effect monster. Possibly. Bear in mind, possibly.
Huh.
Yeah.
Awkward silence.
Sorry, I was reading Twitter. What happens when we record this during a WWE pay-per-view? And I'm interested in wait, what the fuck happened? Anyway. Yeah. That's one of the things that's going to happen going forward. Now, this is essentially the end of the Synchro arc. This next episode, episode 99, which we'll be hearing live talk from us on, along with its 1-hour counterpart, episode 100, essentially end the Synchro arc officially and move into the Exceeds arc, but technically episode 99 is a part of the Exceeds arc, considering that end. It just cliffhangers us hard, which we immediately follow up on in the recap episode. So, yeah. I will say, this was an... I think this might be sad to say. Yuya Jack might be my favorite duel of this Synchro arc, only because it felt like they threw everything at each other. Like, Odd Eyes didn't even show up until the end. It was how much they were just throwing everything at each other.
Well, Yuya Jack 2.
Yeah. Yuya Jack 2. Which Yuya Jack 1 was a fucking curve stomping.
Yeah.
And this was more of a back and forth. Jack had counters, but was still taking hits. And Yuya managed to finally surpass him. So, yeah. This was this duel, probably the best duel of the arc. Probably will be one of the few duels we'll remember from this arc by the end, I feel like. Because, this, Yuzu Sergei, Shun, Dennis 2, and Yugo Selena, I think, will be the most memorable duels, and that's it. Or be the most need-to-know duels, and that's it. Which is kind of sad to say, because there's a lot more duels that happen in this arc, and it's just these are the big ones, and that's really it. And all of them were latter half of the damn arc, really.
But I think that gets back to what we were saying last episode about, or was it this one? I might be mixing them.
Whatever you're talking about.
When we were saying about how this whole arc just kind of lost every bit of momentum it had.
That was the last episode.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that kind of stands to reason that all the duels that are going to be the most memorable are going to be later in the arc. That whole lack of momentum from the beginning kind of just hurt it.
Yeah. So yeah, Yuzu's stuck with Jean for at least the next episode, and Yuya's coming to the rescue. And I go, there's a duel here that we didn't get, and I'm annoyed that we didn't because I want to see the two of them beat the shit out of him. Like, I like Reggie fucking saying "fuck you" to your bullshit tactics. I'm gonna create an infinite loop that says "fuck you." You want to make an eternal duel? Let's go, son. But I still wish Yuya and Yuzu got some payback on him, considering how much bullshit they went through with him. Like, Yuya went involuntarily into a super berserk mode because of this asshole. Yuzu was eventually separated from them for quite some time because of this asshole. Like, I want to see the two of them beat the shit out of him. Because I also want to see at some point these two have a fucking tag duel, because as close as their relationship is, I want to see if they've ever see them tag duel. Because for me, headcanon wise, they've tag duel before. It was just before the show started. I'm like, that's the thing they've done. But anyway, any other thoughts from these 5 episodes and our last recap?
Nope.
Any thoughts on this entire, just burn through literally most of the Synchro arc in order to catch back up?
Not really, no. Not that we haven't already said anyhow.
Yeah. Anyway, so next time when you'll be watching Sidebar, you'll be watching us actually watch 2 episodes as we take a look at the 1-hour impromptu kind of special for Arc 5. Which, spoilers, the end of this episode had Jean saying Yuya's catchphrase, and I'm like, that's cool. I wish they followed it up with something more than what they did, to be honest. So, next week starts the proper Arc 5, or proper Sidebar, as we'll be watching the episodes, getting caught back up, and then the show will be on a bi-weekly basis, because, yeah, we can't watch 2 episodes every week for Arc 5, when one of those episodes does not exist yet.
Yeah.
Till then, folks,